Let's go! Woo! It is always fun to get series wins, but they're always a little more sweeter when they come against division rivals, and especially when you win in their place. Don't get me wrong, it's great to win at Comerica Park too, but when the series wins come on the road, again, against a division rival, something always so much sweeter about that, you know? Throw the W's, ladies and gentlemen, ×2. Tigers win on Friday night. Tigers win on Sunday afternoon. We take 2 out of 3 against the Royals. And that is another series dub for this baseball team. The team with still the best record in baseball after another week of play. If you would have told me, and any Tigers fan in, like, I don't know, December, January, February, March, like, whatever, if you have told me or any Tigers fan that we would be sitting here on June 1st and the Tigers would have the best record in baseball, we would have laughed in your face. I don't know if I would have laughed in your face. That's kind of rude. But I for sure would have been like, you're crazy. You're crazy. No way. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless, even if we would have laughed in your face and if we would have said that you are crazy, here we are. June 1st, and the Tigers are sitting here with still the best record in Major League Baseball. Woo! I am having fun. Every Tigers fan is having fun. Let's talk about this series dub in Kansas City. But first of all, I do have some housekeeping notes I need to take care of. Thanks to Roadster Summer for sponsoring this video. They've got hot coffee, cold brews, chocolate, all kinds of great drinks and treats for you to try and enjoy. Visit the website, roadster.com. Link in the description below. If you find something that you want to try and make an order, you can always save some money on that order by using my code, TonyD. Shout out to Roast Summer, thank you once again to them for sponsoring this video. And also, if you can do me a favor, leave a like on this one, comment your thoughts on this Tigers series win down in the comments below, share with all your friends, and smash a homer, a blacata. That was my best Carlos Pena. My best attempt at the Carlos Pena there. Smash a home run on that sub button is what I was trying to say. Hit that sub button as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I would very much appreciate that. A long way for me to just say hit the sub button. I would very much appreciate it. But now that takes care of our housekeeping, let's talk about this series win in Kansas City for, I've said it a million times already, I'll say it again right now, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last time I say it in this video, for the team with still the best record in baseball, the Detroit Tigers. Bang! Let's start with Friday. A good way for the Tigers to start this weekend. You know, the Tigers doing what they do best, getting a win to begin the series. I don't know the math off the top of my head, but without knowing the exact numbers, I just know that it is a lot. It is a lot of wins for the Tigers to start a series in this 2025 season. And we did again to start this series in Kansas City over the Royals. In Friday night's win, the story of the victory for me, offense and bullpen. The offense and bullpen both shine in that win. First of all, offensively, a lot of contributors to the win from an offensive standpoint. Leading the way, in my opinion, my Tigers position player of the game for that win on Friday night. Man, he has been so awesome this season, both offensively and defensively. I've given him a shout out in multiple previous videos throughout this season. I'm going to do it again right now. Dylan Dingler. Man, shout out Dylan Dingler again. Like I just said, man, he has been great offensively and defensively. And that was the case once again on Friday, particularly offensively. Not one, not two, 3 hits, a 3-hit game for Dylan Dingler, including a homer with 3 RBIs, a walk, and a run scored. 3 hits and a walk. He reached base 4 times in the win on Friday night. Man, Dylan Dingler has been great for this baseball team. And you know what? Now that we're in June, I think it's time that we start the campaign. You know, All-Star voting is going to be starting here relatively soon, I would imagine. The All-Star game, obviously, coming up now next month in mid-July. It's time to start the campaign, if you ask me. Dylan Dingler, All-Star. Let's get the campaign going, baby. Shout out Dylan Dingler again. As I said, my Tigers position player of the game for Friday night, but it wasn't just him. It was not just him. Also with a 3-hit game, Wenzel Perez, he had 3 hits in the win on Friday night too, including a double and 2 runs scored. Shout out to Wenzel. You know, he's been playing pretty solid, I feel like, in the short amount of time that he has been off the injury list. So, yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Torque. and Riley Green, they both homered in the win on Friday night as well. If you would have told me, 2020, 2021, Tony, that we would be talking about a win for the Tigers in which both Riley Green and Tork homered, that would have just warmed my heart. That would have just warmed my heart. So with this, look at this. I saw this from the Tigers. Spencer Torkelson and Riley Green entered June as the only set of teammates in the American League to both have 13-plus homers and 40-plus RBIs. Yeah, man, again, if you would have told 2020, 2021, Tony, that would be the case going into June, Riley and Tork are having the seasons that they are at the same time, man, it would have just warmed my heart. It put a smile on my face and put a smile on every Tigers fan's face, Yeah, they both homer in that win. Tork, along with that homer, had another hit with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Tork bombed Friday night. We'd love to see it. And then Riley, he had the 2-run homer in the first inning. So good stuff from him as per the usual. And then Glaber had 2 walks in that win on Friday night as well. Glaber Torres, by the way, counting Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, he has now walked in 9 straight games. That's a real stat, man. He has walked in 9 straight games. That is awesome. I love that. And the Tigers do too. So, yeah, man, great job from the Tigers offense on Friday, and great job from the Tigers bullpen too. It's not the last time we're going to talk about the Tigers bullpen having a big day in this series. We'll talk about that later in the video when we talk about Sunday's win. But, yeah, Friday night, great job once again from this Tigers bullpen. Brand Herter, Brendan Hanafy, Bo Brisky, the changeup king, Tommy Kahnle, and Will Vest combined 5 2/3, just 2 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. Wait for the bullpen to pick up the starter Casey Mize in that game. Casey didn't have his best day, unfortunately. It's all right. He'll bounce back. He will be fine. I'm not concerned whatsoever. After Friday's start, his ERA on the season is a 2.82. A 2.82, He'll be fine, man. He will be fine. But, yeah, this is all to say, great job from the Tigers bullpen on Friday night. My Tigers pitcher of the game that went on Friday night, the man who got it all started out of the bullpen, Brand Herter. He got 2 big outs to get out of the 4th inning and then threw a scoreless 5th inning too. Shout out Brand Herter. Shout out to the Tigers bullpen. Shout out to the Tigers in general for getting another series started in a big way with that dub on Friday night. And then you have Saturday. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to spend too much time talking about Saturday's game. Not just because of the fact that we lost that one, but because of the fact that that game was so annoying to watch as a Tigers fan. It's so annoying to lose. Terry Scuba goes out there and throws another gem. Another one, and you just completely waste it because the offense does nothing all afternoon long. It was annoying. As I said, whatever word that you want to use, annoying, frustrating, disappointing, there are a number of different words to describe that loss on Saturday. Because of that, I don't want to spend too much time talking about Saturday's game. I'll just quickly mention my players of the game for the Tigers in that one, despite the loss. First of all, pitcher of the game, obviously, Taro Skubal. How does he follow up the complete game shutout that he threw against Cleveland last Sunday? Well, he goes into Kansas City and throws 7 scoreless with no walks and 7 strikeouts, 63 strikes on 90 total pitches. Yeah, man, he was great again. Definitely my Tigers pitcher of the game, the best pitcher in all of baseball, the best pitcher in the world, doing his thing yet again. Tarek was awesome as per the usual, and my Tigers position player of the game, though there's not a whole lot to talk about offensively in that loss on Saturday. The only guy who got any hits for the Tigers in that game, my boy Cole Keith, he had not 1 but 2 hits on Saturday. The only 2 hits of the game for the Tigers on Saturday as well. Cole Keith, because of that, my Tigers position player of the game. But yeah, other than that, we don't need to spend any more time talking about Saturday's game. On to Sunday, the series-clinching win for the Tigers. The story of the game for me, absolutely the pitching. Absolutely the pitching. Both starter and bullpen, great again for the Tigers. A real dominant pitching performance from the Tigers in their win on Sunday. Kader Montero, the Tigers starter, and then the Tigers bullpen. You had Tyler Holton, the Viper, Chase Lee, the changeup king Tommy Kahnle, and nasty as always Will Vest. Them combined in the win on Sunday. 9 innings, no earned runs, 4 strikeouts. They were awesome again, man. Shout out to Kader Montero and shout out to the Tigers bullpen. My Tigers pitcher of the game for the win on Sunday, honestly, you can go with literally anybody and I wouldn't argue. If you want to go Kader or Tyler or the Viper or Tommy or Will, you pick anyone from the Tigers pitching staff on Sunday as your pitcher of the game. I'm not going to fight it because honestly, I thought all of them looked very good. My Tigers pitcher of the game, again, it's tough, man, because they all, I thought, looked great today. You know, Kader Montero looked good again. Tyler Holland, I felt like that was another step in the right direction for him as we try to get him back to the Tyler Holland that we all know and love from last season. Yeah, I thought he took another step in the right direction. Chase Lee, the Viper, looked great again. I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. Of the Change-Up King, Tommy Kahnle, just awesome as per the usual. And then Will Vest, nasty as per the usual once again too, as he had that 1-2-3 ninth thing to get the Tigers a save. I'll go Chase Lee, I guess, because he got the win for the Tigers in that victory. But yeah, man, again, even though I'm giving Chase Lee my Tigers pitcher of the game, as I said a million times already, and I'll say it again one more time right now, they all deserve it. They were all great. An awesome, dominant pitching performance from the Tigers in the win on Sunday. And it's a good thing that the Tigers pitching did what they did on Sunday because the offense again on Sunday really didn't do a whole lot. We at least scored a run. That's a step in the right direction. But yeah, man, the Tigers offense really didn't do anything again on Sunday. It's nothing I'm concerned about. You know, we did face two really good starters on Saturday and Sunday. Michael Walker on Saturday and then Bubic on Sunday. Yeah, the Tigers offense literally being quiet on Saturday and then kind of getting quieted down again on Sunday. Nothing I'm concerned about. We did face two really good starters. The Tigers offense will be fine. They will bounce back. Again, nothing I'm concerned about with regards to the offensive struggles on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah, even though we only scored one run, a whole one run in that win on Sunday, it's a win. We obviously only need that one run thanks to, again, the dominant day from the Tigers pitching staff. So I guess credit to the Tigers offense for, first of all, scoring one more run than they did on Saturday, but also scoring just enough runs to help out their pitching staff and to ultimately help lead to a Tigers victory today. My Tigers position player of the game in the win on Sunday, I would go Zach McKinstry. You know, he did score the one and only run in the ball game. Following that triple, he scored on the wild pitch. So, yeah, shout out to Z-Mac. I'll give him my Tigers position player of the game, but I want to give a shout out to Riley Green. After a red-hot month of May, he keeps it going to start the month of June. 2 hits for him in the win, including a double. Great job, Riley. Great job, Zach. Great job, Montero. Great job, bullpen. All in all, overall, ladies and gentlemen, for this game and for this series in Kansas City, great job, Tigers. Great way to start the series. I've said great a lot over the past 30 seconds. Let me try to use a different word. Let me just say good, okay? Jeez, Tony. Good way to start the series with a bang like we did on Friday night. And then with regard to Sunday's win, good way for the Tigers to bounce back following, again, as I described, that really annoying loss on Saturday. All in all, another good series win for this Tigers team. And as I said to start the video, it's always a little bit sweeter when you get those series wins against a division rival, and especially when it comes in their place. Good job, Tigers. Good job. And now I feel like I've said good way too many times. You know what I'm trying to say here. Nice job from the Tigers to get another series dub and wait for the Tigers to continue their awesome play to begin this 2025 season. We are going into another week of play. We're going into another month of play with still the best record in all of baseball. That puts a smile on my face. That puts a smile on every Tigers fan's face. Let's freaking go. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's keep it going. Next up for the Tigers, we're going to the south side of the Tony, speak. The south side of Chicago for a 4-game series against the Chicago White Sox. You know, I know the White Sox aren't necessarily as terrible as they were last season, but that's still a series you should win. That is definitely a series I feel like you still should win. So, yeah, let's keep it going on the south side. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. With that, that's all I got for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate it as always. As I mentioned earlier in the video, leave a like on this one. Comment your thoughts on this Tigers series dub down in the comments below. Share with all your friends and hit that subscribe button as we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers. I very much appreciate it. We'll see you for the Tigers next series in Chicago against the White Sox. Until then, as always, let's go Tigers, baby.